The most expensive aisle in the grocery store is the one you walk into without a plan. Because when you shop on autopilot, the store wins, your cart gets weird, and your wallet limps home. If grocery shopping feels like one of those things that should be simple, but somehow turns into, how did I spend this much and still have nothing to eat? This is for you. In this video, I'm going to show you how to grocery shop on a budget without eating sad food, without clipping coupons, like it's a full-time job, and without pretending you're going to cook 12 perfect meals just because you bought spinach once. And near the end, I'll show you the one trick that quietly saves more money than most people realize. Let's start with the truth. Budget grocery shopping does not begin in the store. It begins before you leave the house. Taking even a little time each week to plan meals and make a list can help you buy what you need and avoid spending extra. That sounds almost too simple, but it works because a list gives your money a job before the store starts trying to give it a different one. So here is step 1, make a meal plan, but make it a real person meal plan, not some fantasy version of you who wakes up at 5 a.m., cooks everything from scratch, and somehow uses every herb before it turns into green dust in the fridge. Plan meals you will actually make. Think through breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks for the week, and build your shopping list from that. The point is not to impress yourself. The point is to stop buying random ingredients that never become food. Step 2, shop your kitchen first. Before you buy one more box, bag, bottle, or bunch of bananas, look at what you already have. Rice in the cabinet, pasta in the back, frozen chicken hiding under ice like it joined witness protection, half a bag of beans. Soup ingredients you forgot about. A lot of people spend too much at the store because they treat their kitchen like a mystery box. If you use what you already have first, your grocery trip gets smaller fast. Now let's talk about the list, because a list is not just a piece of paper, it is a defense system. If it is not on the list, it has to earn its way into the cart. That one rule alone can save you from the snack aisle turning into a crime scene. And do not shop hungry if you can avoid it. Hungry shopping is like letting your stomach hold your wallet hostage. Everything suddenly looks like a brilliant idea. Now here comes one of the biggest budget mistakes people make. Looking at the sticker price instead of the unit price. The unit price tells you the cost per ounce, pound, or item, and that is what helps you see which option is actually cheaper. This matters because stores are very good at making one package look like a deal when it really is not. Bigger is not always better. On sale is not always cheaper. And cute packaging is definitely not a financial strategy. This is also where brand names can quietly eat your budget. Sometimes the store brand is basically the same thing for less. Not always. There are a few products where people will defend their favorite brand like it is a family member. And that is fine. But for basics like oats, beans, rice, canned tomatoes, flour, pasta, frozen vegetables, and pantry staples, store brands often do the job just fine. Budget grocery shopping is not about buying the cheapest possible thing every single time. It is about knowing when the extra money actually matters and when it is just branding wearing a fancy outfit. Another move that helps a lot is building your shopping around flexible, cheap base foods, rice, pasta, potatoes, oats, eggs, beans, lentils, yogurt, frozen vegetables, canned tuna, peanut butter, tortillas. These are the quiet heroes of the budget cart. They're not flashy, but they stretch meals, fill people up, and work in a lot of different recipes. A little chicken in a stir fry goes way further than a giant pack of chicken breasts you cook all at once and then get tired of by Wednesday. Now let's get to produce, because this is where people sometimes panic and think budget shopping means giving up fruits and vegetables. It doesn't. It just means being smarter about how you buy them. Frozen and canned produce can be great budget tools, because they last longer and help reduce waste. If fresh food keeps going bad before you use it, then frozen may actually be the smarter buy for you. Food that gets thrown away is not healthy savings. It is just money in a compost pile. And that brings us to the real problem. Waste. A lot of grocery budgets do not die in the store. They die at home. The bagged salad goes slimy. The berries turn into a science experiment. The leftovers sit in the fridge until they become a guilt project. This is why budget shopping is really half shopping and half using what you buy. If you cook once and eat twice, your money stretches. If you cook once and throw half of it out later, your money shrinks fast. This is why I love leftovers on purpose. Not accidental leftovers, planned leftovers. Make chili once, eat it twice. Roast chicken once, turn it into sandwiches or soup later. Cook rice for one dinner, then use it in fried rice or burrito bowls the next day. When leftovers have a job, they save money. When leftovers are just floating around waiting for someone to care, they usually end up in the trash. Now let's talk about sales, because sales can help, but only if you stay smart. A sale is only a deal if it is something you were likely to use anyway. Buying 6 jars of some sauce because it was cheap is not budgeting if you do not even like the sauce. That is just clutter with ambition. Good sale shopping means stocking up on things you use often and that store well, like pasta, canned goods, rice, oats, frozen food, and basic household items. Here is another thing people miss. Your budget works better when you stop trying to win every single grocery trip. Some weeks are restock weeks. Some are use what's already here weeks. Some are cheap meal weeks where you lean on soup, eggs, sandwiches, pasta, tacos, rice bowls, and leftovers. You do not need every cart to look perfect. You need your monthly total to make sense. That is why I like using a simple core list. A small list of foods your house actually eats every week. Maybe that is oatmeal, eggs, milk, bread, chicken, rice, bananas, yogurt, peanut butter, pasta, frozen veggies, apples, beans, cheese, and potatoes. Whatever your core list is, learn its normal price range. Once you know that, you can spot a real deal faster, and you stop getting tricked by bright little signs screaming special like they are doing you a personal favor. Now let's talk about the challenge that catches a lot of people. Budget grocery shopping is hard when you are tired, busy, stressed, or feeding other people who all want different things. That is real. If you are shopping after work, hungry, with a child asking for 6 snacks and a cereal shaped like cartoon fireworks, this is not some peaceful money meditation. It is survival with a shopping cart. That is why the best grocery budget system is not the most perfect one. It is the one you can actually keep doing. Maybe you buy the same 10 dinners on repeat because they work. Maybe you shop once a week and do one tiny refill trip. Maybe you use online pickup so you do not impulse shop. Maybe you keep a running list on your phone instead of trusting your memory like a brave but doomed fool. Simple systems beat good intentions every time. And here is the key moment. The biggest grocery savings usually do not come from one genius trick. They come from reducing bad decisions, planning before you shop, using a list, comparing unit prices, buying flexible foods, avoiding waste, shopping your kitchen first, cooking enough to create leftovers. That is the real engine. Because when you do that, grocery shopping stops feeling like random damage and starts feeling like control. So if you want the simple version, here it is. Plan your meals before you shop. Check what you already have, make a list, and stick to it. Do not shop hungry. Compare unit prices, not just sticker prices. Use store brands when it makes sense. Build meals around cheap, flexible basics. Buy produce in forms you will actually use. Use leftovers on purpose. And remember that the cheapest food is often the food you do not waste. That is how you grocery shop on a budget without turning your life into a sad bowl of plain rice and disappointment.